Hey everyone, Gator Mom here. I am so excited to be reviewing this for you guys today. This is my new Plum paper family planner. I just got it and I've been waiting weeks for it. I ordered it about 6 weeks ago, so it took a good 6 weeks to get here to me, but I am really excited to be trying this planner out. Those of you that follow me on Instagram or Facebook or even here on YouTube know that I am a big fan of the Erin Condren planners, and although I still really like the Erin Condrens, I did want to give a try with this particular Plum paper planner because I liked the way you could customize this one. There's added sections here on the back that I was able to add into this planner that I didn't have the option with the Erin Condren. So I was back and forth with if I wanted a new Erin Condren, if I wanted to try this one, or even do the Inkwell press planner. So I'm glad I went ahead and went with this one because I'm really pleased with it first impressions. So today I want to just flip through, show you guys the basics of this family planner, show you what I added onto the back, and then I want to do a brief little comparison of the monthly spread and daily spread of the Erin Condren. So those of you that have seen that planner or have that planner, you can know how it compares. I want to touch really quickly on the box that the planner comes in. It's this nice sturdy box here. I know for a while they were shipping out their planners with bubble mailers, and now they've gone to this box, which is very similar to what the Erin Condrens come in, if I can remember. But when you open up the box here, your planners come in a little plastic wrap, actually, which was right here. I've, of course, already opened mine because I just could not wait when I got it. And then it's wrapped in this bubble mailer here. So your planner comes nice and secure. So now I want to go ahead and just get right into the bulk of the planner so that this video isn't forever long, since I tend to ramble when there's planner videos. But on the front here, the cover is protected by this clear laminated cover on the front, and then you also have the same on the back of the planner there. I really like the covers on these. I've heard a lot of feedback that people like the sturdiness and the thickness of the Erin Condren covers. I kind of like how this one's flexible and it's just really easy, but the coils are really nicely secure on there. They don't feel cheap. They feel very strong on the side of the planner there. So I chose this particular design for my cover. I love it. I really like the way that it turned out. I didn't go crazy customizing it. This was teal was one of the options for this particular print. I just went ahead and chose that and did the font just like it came. You can completely customize this planner, you guys. If you want different colors here, if you want a different font, if you want to put a website, if you're a blogger or whatever the case is, you can do whatever you want as far as your covers. I just chose to kind of be simple with mine. Then after the cover, you have your kind of information section. You can write who your planner belongs to, and then it moves right into a year at a glance for 2015, and then a year at a glance for 2016. Then right after your years at a glance, you go right into your monthly spreads. I decided to start my planner in September because that just happens to be when my Erin Condren was fixing to end, and I wanted it to coincide with back to school. So when you buy your Plum paper planner, you can actually start it at any given month. So if you wanted to start it in April or May or whatever, you can start it at that exact time. So again, that's just a feature that's customizable there. So I started it in September. All the tabs over here are nicely laminated, so they feel really nice flipping through. Right when you open up your monthly spreads, you have a section here for highlights. So on top here you have goal 1, goal 2, goal 3. Then you have a section for birthdays and events, a little things to remembered section, and then 2 blank sections that you can completely customize and use how you wish. And then right next to that little monthly highlight section, you have an entire page of notes, which I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to use this for, possibly some bill paying or whatnot. I haven't quite decided. Then when you flip over from that page, you have your month at a glance, and then over here on the side you have 2 sections that you can use for whatever you'd like. If they're special events or birthdays again and you would like to note them here right in front of your planner or in front of your monthly spread, you could do that. So that's an option there. So you have your month at a glance, nice big boxes. What I do like is how it's a little bit longer. So instead of just having the current month that you're on, you have the week from the previous month and then then the week leading into the next month. So I kind of like how it's a little bit bigger as opposed to taking a big title up at the front. I just like that it's really open there. So after your monthly spread, you get right into your daily pages. And this is how I chose to set mine up, and this was the main reason I bought this particular planner. I love the vertical layouts. I prefer them over horizontal as far as planners, and I really like how it's divided into all of these sections because I tended to do that anyways with my Erin Condren, so I like how it's already done for me. And then over here on the side, you have a weekly checklist and then a note section, which is awesome. So it's kind of something that I'm used to. And then on the side here, you can customize what you want each of these blocks to say. So if you don't want to customize, if you want to use them differently every month, you have that option, or you can actually have them pre-printed on here if you know exactly how you're going to be using the planner. I chose to have my top boxes here for today, and what I'm going to use this box for is actual appointments or things that I am physically doing that day. So if we have a basketball game, or if I have a mom's group meeting, or if I have a kid's doctor's appointment, or whatever I'm doing that I'm physically going there, this is just kind of my day at a glance as to what I'm doing. Then the next space, I chose a little to-do section, and this is just for main to-dos for me. If there's something specific that I need to do that's out of the ordinary of my daily routine, I'm going to note it here, whether it be household or kids related, or it's just a little extension for me from the today page. Then I chose to put a box for each one of my kids, which is going to be awesome. I love having this in the planner. So I have a spot for each of my kids, and I can write if there's school reminders, if there's things that they're doing that day, if there's milestones for my youngest. So I'm just really liking that I have that there. And then underneath of it, I chose to put a spot for all of my Gator Mom blogging related things and my Perfectly Posh stuff. So I have everything in my life all at a glance as far as my week goes. So I'm really liking this particular setup. So that is how I've chosen to do my daily spread for every single month. It's all exactly the same. And then after your daily spreads there, it goes right into the next month. So you do have an extra page of notes here in the back, and then it will lead right into your next month here. So I won't go through every single month because they're all the same, but you guys get the idea. I'm going to flip all the way to the very end here and show you the sections that I decided to add on to my planner. The first section I chose was a blogging section. This was an optional add-on that you could put in your planner. They have a ton of different ones. They have a fitness section, they have a home section, and a direct sales section, so a bunch of different stuff. This was the first one that I chose because I wanted to go ahead and use this section for all of my Gator Mom related things, my YouTube postings, my Instagrams, my giveaways, everything in here. So I'll go ahead and show you how this particular blog section is set up. You have a monthly overview sheet for each month of the year, which is awesome. I love this sheet. You have a spot here for websites and inspirations, blogs to do, you have post ideas, and then you have a section for final post scheduling. So I really like this for just a big brain dump leading up into the particular month that I'm on. So again, you have a page for every month there. Then after your monthly overviews, you have a page for income and expenses. I wish that they gave a couple more of these. I don't think one page is going to be enough to really note your income and expenses, or even just income or expenses. I think that this needs to be a little bit more in depth as far as additional pages. So I will probably continue to use a different book for this purpose, but I might just kind of cover this and use this for something else. But it's nice that it's in there and an option, of course. Then your next two pages are post ideas. So you have a little check mark here, a post name, ideas description, and a post date. So I really like that for just kind of an extension from that monthly spread. This is just a nice little brain dump for ideas. And then you have a monthly blog tasks sheet. So you have a place to write the tasks and then a little place for every month to check off when you do them. And then you have a monthly blog stat section, which I'm loving because I've been just writing it kind of on a notebook paper in a particular blogging book that I have. And this is way more organized. You have a place for every week of the month, and then you have a line here for every month that you can just go through and check. So it's basically your year at a glance, and you can see how you're improving and areas that you want to improve in as far as your different page views or your Facebook or Instagram, Pinterest. It's all right there. So I'm really liking how this is set up, and I think that it's going to be awesome moving forward. Then after that, you have a to-do list, which is just very basic, but I like that it is in the blogging section so I can do it specific to my Gator Mom things. You have a check mark, you have a little to-do, and then a notes section. Then after that, you have a spot for advertising and sponsoring contacts, which is nice to have in here as well, as opposed to just in email boxes. You have a place for the company, the website, contact, ad size, cost, paid, start, and basically everything regarding advertising and sponsoring. Then you have the same type setup, but for giveaways and reviews, which is great to have in there to keep track of when you're going to be posting and what social media outlets you're going to be posting them on. So this is a giveaway section for that. Then you have a blog annual planner. So this is just the year at a glance. I'm not sure what I'm going to use this section for since the monthly overviews are so nice and detailed, but this is just a spot here that you can continue to note things specifically to the month. That is everything in the blog section. The other section that I decided to add was the My Home section, and in here you have great little pages and tools to keep everything on your home life organized. So the first section in this particular tab of home has a spot for things remembered. This is a quote keeper, and then you have unforgettable moments and milestones. I love this in here, especially the ages that my kids are at. I think that this is a really cool feature in the book. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages of that. So not quite one for every month, but you can just continue to tally on to the next basically. Then you have a section for my bills, which was the whole reason I decided to add on this home section. You have your bill there, the amount of the bill, the date of the bill, and then you can check off what month you paid the bill in. So it's just a nice little bill register there to keep everything on track for you. Then you have the same setup but for monthly cleaning lists. So you can list your item that you're cleaning and then check it off on the month that you complete it. You have another to-do list section for your home related things. You have a project, notes, start and finish there. And you have another to-do list. And then you have a shopping list, which I think is going to come in super handy when shopping around the holidays. There's an item, a store, the amount, if it's a want or if it's a need, which is why or how it's set up there. Then your next one is just a continuation shopping list. And then you have a gift list, which I think I will use specifically for birthdays throughout the year, and probably the shopping list more for holidays. So this is set up exactly the same as that shopping list. Then you have a monthly goal section, which is cool because if you have the same monthly goal every month, if you are trying to do something related to the home, if you want to clean a certain item every month, or if you want to, if you have fitness goals or what have you, you could really use this for whatever you would like because it's very broad the way that it's set up. So you have a monthly goal spot, and then you have every single month that you can just check off whether or not you fulfilled that goal or not. Then you have a spot for passwords, which is always handy. And then you have a monthly expenses section. And this is just your finances at a glance for the year. So you have a spot for every single month. This is being January, of course. You have a spot for cash flow, your income, expenses, your giving, and your debt. And then notes over here on the side. So it's just nice to be able to look back at the whole year and have all your finances in one. So that is the home section. Then you have a spot back here for important contacts, your schools, your neighbors, your emergency clinics, your doctors. So all of that is all in one here. The last section I decided to add on was the sales section. This is for direct salespeople. So if you're in some type of a multi-level marketing company, this would be a good section for you to do. I got this to do all of my Perfectly Posh stuff with. So just really quickly, there's a monthly overview here. You have one of these for each month, which I think will be my most utilized thing in this section. You have a spot for monthly goals. This here is a monthly to-do. You have incentives offered, who earned the incentives. Then you have monthly stats, and then party schedules down here. You also have a little spot here, which I think is awesome, what worked and what didn't work. So you can kind of brain dump for your month as to what you want to improve on for the following month. So you have one of those for each month that you, for the year. Then it goes right into this party planning list. And I think this is a really good template to use as far as setting up different party events. I actually chose to add on extra of these sheets, but the planner did not come with them. So I'm not sure if it just ran out of room here or if they forgot. I've emailed the company to ask about it, but I'm actually glad in the long run that the pages weren't in there, because I think I want to use a different book specifically for just my parties, because those tend to get lengthy and I might need to add things and whatnot in there. So this is just a spot for hostess information, your party summary, your pre-party checklist, post-party checklist, bookings, recruits, and then notes. So some of you, again, that have a company that you are working with, whether it, whatever company it is, you might have a specific party planning list that's provided by that company. So this might not even be something that you would be interested in anyways, but it's in there as a little template for you. Then you have a to-do list, which is similar to those other months. You have a monthly task list, which is similar again from the other tabs. And then you have a mileage tracker here, which is awesome for those of you in direct sales. You know that it's important to keep track of mileage when you're out and about. So you have a date spot, to, from, the purpose, and then you have a spot to actually note the actual mileage on there. So 2 pages of that. And then you have, 3 pages, you have an additional, and then you have a password spot specifically for your sales. And then you have a little address book here for hostess contacts. Then you have the same, but for lead contacts. And what's kind of cool about this lead contact spot is at the bottom, you have a spot here for whether or not they're a lead for hostessing, for joining, for buying, for a newsletter. So it gives you those options so you can note exactly what that particular contact was for. Then you have consultant contacts. So these are going to be people that are in the business with you, that you want to keep in contact with. And I really like that section in there. You have a income and expenses section. And then you have the monthly expenses section, which is similar to the home section. This is exactly the same, only it's back here in the sales section. And I like to be able to keep it separate from my home stuff. So I really like that it's at a good glance there. And I believe, yep, that is the end. Then you have a couple of pages of blank sheets of paper. And then you have a special dates section here. And you have a password section and a my contact section. And these 3 I'm pretty sure come standard in the planner since they were right after that last tab that I added on. Then you have a holidays list. And you have a 2017 year at a glance there at the bottom. I did also add on a package of the stickers. So these were an additional add-on that I did. And then behind the stickers, you have a cute little folder here that says for keeps. And you can keep stamps in here, or bills to pay, or receipts, or what have you in that back spot. So that is my review, kind of lengthy, but it is an in-depth planner. I wanted to touch on all of it for you guys. I wanted to show you really, really quickly how the Erin Condren compares. I have been using this Kiki K planner with my Erin Condren for a while now, and it has been working great. So this was kind of my setup for this. I went ahead and took out one of the Erin Condren pages here, and I wanted to give you a quick view on how it compares to the month and the daily or weekly spreads. So this is how it looks there. I do like that the Plum planner is a little bit wider here with the additional weeks as compared to the Erin Condren there. And then getting into your weekly spread, It is almost identical as far as the width of these boxes here, but again, this one just has a little bit more area for you to write more. I felt like there was a lot of wasted space sometimes with this Erin Condren. I ended up not really utilizing this space down here effectively, and then I would do a lot more decorating than I would be utilizing. So I like that there's just kind of more room here. So that is how it compares to the Erin Condren. And again, my little review here on my new planner.